First and foremost question for your first reaction to this positive gross value added numbers, and what does the latest GVA data reveal about India's overall economic growth?
Well, it's a matter of great satisfaction that as we celebrate 10 years of the Make in India program launched on 25th September 2014, India is emerging as a global manufacturing and export hub. Overall, we have very strong macroeconomic fundamentals, economic activity, job creation, domestic value addition, all of these factors have been on the rise, and the fact that gross value addition GVA numbers are up 7.3% over financial year 2022 is a great signal that the India success story is going from strength to strength. The world is looking at India as a manufacturing hub, and the various measures taken under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, particularly the efforts towards reducing compliance burden, decriminalization of laws through the Jan Vishwas Act and other amendments to laws, zero tolerance for corruption, the industrial corridors and 20 industrial smart cities that are being built in the country, our focus on innovation, our focus on skill development. It's been a whole of the government approach. And when the states and center work together, you can see the transformational impact it has on the economy.
Regarding the main factors driving this change, sir, and you have taken series of steps to boost the manufacturing. How are we looking to further gather the momentum in this regard, sir? What's road ahead?
Well, I think if you will observe, right from the beginning, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has worked to a plan. Despite inheriting a fragile five, a very weak economy, he focused on strengthening the country's foundation on macroeconomic numbers. Simultaneously introduced One Nation, One Tax, the GST, simplified tax laws, brought in the IBC. All in all, he made India an interesting and preferred investment destination both for domestic and foreign investors. The fact that India focuses today on high quality, the fact that India is in the forefront of the fight to provide sustainable manufacturing practices, the fact that we have an Atmanirbhar Bharat policy where we are encouraging domestic self-reliance, as well as through our production-linked incentive schemes and the semiconductor mission, getting new technologies and large-scale manufacturing into India. All of these steps collectively are making brand India the recognized feature across the world. This positive transformation in the India mindset, coupled with the skill development initiative, the initiative to make liberal education a reality in India, all of these has started yielding results.
You were spearheading Make in India, sir. As we are celebrating, and you did touch upon that, 10 years Make in India. How vital is the contribution of Make in India in these data, sir?
Well, I think it's huge because this annual survey of industries reflects the growth in the manufacturing sector. The fact that we have surpassed pre-pandemic levels now, the way the growth continues in a sustained manner in basic metals, coke and refined petroleum products, food production, chemical and chemical production, based industries, motor vehicles, it really demonstrates that India is a combination of manufacturing and consumption-led growth. Whereas other parts of the developed world, the growth is largely consumption-led.
Yes.
I think it's very important for a country where we are looking to provide jobs to our young men and women to have manufacturing as the mainstay of growth, infrastructure as the mainstay of growth. And Prime Minister Modi's entire 10-year journey where he has promoted Make in India has been with the intention of providing jobs to our young men and women. This data today which has shown manufacturing employment growing at over 7.5% in 22-23 over the previous year, and average emoluments also growing 6.3%, is a brilliant testimony to the success of the Make in India program.
So, what lessons were learned from the pandemic? Because post-pandemic, the results have been huge. So, how have they shaped the government's approach to industrial growth and resilience, sir?
Well, I think the world recognizes that India managed the pandemic better than almost anybody else. We were better than the developed world, who had at one point of time worried how India will be able to handle the pandemic. It so turns out our economy was brilliantly managed. The health risk was adequately taken care of. Our vaccine program, with more than 200 crore vaccines being administered, so that all the adults got 2 doses and were safeguarded from the health risk. Overall, I think the pandemic, when it needed a lockdown, the whole country rallied behind Prime Minister Modi to stop the spread of the disease. When we needed the economic revival, Prime Minister had said, "Jaan bhi or jahan bhi." So we had livelihoods and lives, both at the focus of our effort during pandemic. Logistics were continued unhindered, and 800 million people, 80 crore people received free food grains throughout the pandemic at twice the norm, 10 kilogram per person, so that throughout pandemic not one child had to sleep hungry, and we had 0 starvation deaths. I think it's a great testimony to Prime Minister Modi's sensitivity, the way he is concerned and cares for his people, as well as his astute management through the Atmanirbhar Bharat package, amongst others, which has led to the fast economic growth and bounce back of India.
So, what initiatives have been taken to further improve the productivity and efficiency in the manufacturing sector? What do you have to say on that, sir?
You will see Prime Minister Modi has just launched the 2 lakh crore rupee programs, the 5 schemes, PM schemes, to promote jobs for our young men and women, to encourage skill development in a big way. He's recently approved 12 new smart cities, industrial townships. Idea being that people can walk to work, there'll be social, physical and innovation infrastructure. There'll be a single window clearance for all promotional and manufacturing activities. The whole of the government approach for ease of doing business and the promotion to innovation and research and development, coupled with high quality education and skills, is Prime Minister Modi's focus to make India a manufacturing powerhouse, have higher levels of income. We have recently increased the minimum wages also in India, and our effort is that every child born in the country will benefit from the shared prosperity that India and every part of India will benefit from in the years to come. This Amrit Kal, our journey to Viksit Bharat, is going to be the defining period where all of us collectively will take India to greater heights.
If quickly I can ask about these latest GVA numbers suggest about the future trajectory of India's economy, sir. Quickly, if you have to tell us.
Well, I think everybody in the world recognizes that while we have been the fastest growing economy, large economy in the world for the last 3 years, it is widely expected that for the next many years, possibly a few decades, India will continue to sustain this growth momentum. The resilience in the economy is strong. Inflation is below the RBI mandated number. Foreign exchange reserves are touching $700 billion. We are the 4th largest in the world. And now the time has come for seeing softer interest rates also. We have all the ingredients of a strong macroeconomic foundation on which both manufacturing and the service sector will grow leading to faster growth of exports, leading to greater job employment numbers. We already have seen 7.5% growth in manufacturing employment. In the service sector also, the growth could possibly be even more than this. And collectively, when you add infrastructure, manufacturing, services sector, the number of jobs we have added in the government sector, all of these collectively show that India is poised for very good times, very good growth numbers. Investors are queuing up to come to India. Future is bright for every young child, every young man and woman born in India.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for your time, sir. It has been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.